So Ruins of Ceres. Maybe we won't get a cross spawn.
Yeah, if it's not a cross spawn, like a crazy like drop style like we've seen
Okay,
TY use, yeah, this could be a fun game.
I'm
Or
excited.
there. So, anyways, spawning up here in the top right corner, we have the blue or teal Terran from Team UR. It is Blazejwa.
And on the same side of the map, in the bottom right, it is our purple Terran from Outset MoWjAhEeD. Okay, I think a key thing to look out for here is how early these two find out that they're right next to each other. Um, you could do a lot of weird one base stuff with these spawns. Like a Widowmine drop would be absolutely deadly here. Little things like that. Although I wouldn't trust Blaze with the Widowmine drop after what happened last game.
Yeah,
I've also seen like really cool things like Hellion drops here. Um, I'm a big fan of those. Like there's a lot of room that you cannot see in your main, especially with these spawns, right? So like right above the yeah, there you go, right above the purple main there. There's so much dark space. So we've seen all kinds of weird stuff there. Hellion drops where you just straight up unload 4 Hellions and go for the mineral line. A lot of times the reaction time isn't fast enough. Also, things like proxy factories are not as common in TVT, but are common in other matchups. There's really a lot of Terran can do with these spawns because it's so funky, but not in the way that All Arena is.
yeah. It's also I like this map for TVT because of that area that we were talking about there. In the mid to late game, this is a great area to attack by. So if you position there by the edge, you can either jump into the main with your medevacs and siege up your tanks, or you can just wrap around to the third base. You have multiple possibilities, and your opponent really has to be careful where they position your army.
It's a great example of little things that make a map unique. Like Blizzard's going for this unique map business, and um, personally I'd like to see like less like really strange maps, like the maps that they're proposing now for next things, and just cool little things like hey, I got a little bit of extra room in my main, but in all actuality that actually does play a huge factor in late game TBT on this map.
Yeah.
It also makes me mad because I find a proxy factory there every game. Um, so pretty unremarkable openers. Like almost identical actually. I think one of them went command center factory, the other one factory command center, somewhere along the lines because um, CC is up. So.
This is nice for Blazejwa, though. He's delayed this command center for a lot longer than needed to
Very
be.
good micro. I like that. I like that a lot from MoWjAhEeD, managing to clear up that Reaper who was just like caught in the wrong neighborhood. Um, but yeah, again, just pretty unremarkable. But little things are kind of posting, racking up here.
Yeah. One thing, I don't think MoWjAhEED's mech style will be nearly as favored on this map.
Yeah,
This
absolutely
is
not. Yeah,
this is definitely a map that is very good for like mid-game doom drops. Um, and like mech, you can't position it as fast unless you have medevacs, which like probably not making if you're playing mech, or a lot of. Um,
yeah,
so this just isn't as great of a map for MoWjAHEED's style.
yeah.
I think
Late game bio
Blazejwa.
is yeah, late game bio is just so favorable here. I completely agree with you. And like if you think about it, like okay, you take your natural, cool. Your third is kind of out there, but look at your fourth. Like that's just screaming, hey, I can do a split attack, I can do a drop over there and get damage done.
Yeah. Though we haven't necessarily seen the best multitasking from Blazejwa.
Yeah, absolutely. We did see a stroke of it. I pointed it out a couple of games ago, but besides that, it's been pretty lackluster to be honest. But that being said, he's not a weak player. He's very strong straight up. But that could be something that he looks to improve on.
Yeah.
Every
Um,
player has their things.
we'll see here. It looks like MoWjAHEED is prepping up here for a push.
Looks like he's been listening to you, Sig. We got him coming up here using that exact same patch in the main that we were pointing out earlier.
Yeah, and this is
This is
just
such a good spot. Oh, maybe if you can pick the tank before. Oh, I don't know what the tank's doing. It's kind of targeting
I
its
don't
own.
like him dropping the Marines like that. I think he should have just kept them by his tank.
Yeah. Maybe if you can get the Marines in here. Okay, there we go. Then, to be honest, that could have done a lot more than it did.
Yeah,
Um,
not very well executed in my opinion.
then again,
Um,
you gotta give MoWjAHEED credit. He is usually the one taking the aggression first, like pushing out with those couple Marines in a tank, trying to get stuff done. I will give him credit for that.
Interestingly, though, while he was doing that, he was like microing hard, and he was banking up a lot of minerals. Whereas Blazejwa was keeping his bank down, and he's keeping production up, which is just like a small period of the game. But this is a very important period of the game for players to keep their macro up, and just like keep producing.
Yeah, absolutely, and we actually see that translate into a small supply lead for Blazejwa. He's about 10 supply up right now, and the majority of that is actually armies. So we're gonna see him push across this. I do like these Vikings on patrol. They're definitely gonna sniff out what's going on here. Will he react in time? Okay, here we go. Dropping right in. Vikings immediately coming back.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, he
Dropping
just
right on
drops
the
right
tank.
on the tank. No, thank you.
He has SCVs with this, I guess.
Ew, I'm very skeptical. I feel like he just threw away 18 SCVs for nothing.
Yeah. What's interesting too is brought SCVs with this push,
Oh,
and they kept repairing each other while the SCVs were being pulled, and so they were just tanking so much damage.
yeah.
Like I think this might just be game.
I mean, if you look, Blaze doubling MoWjAHEED's supply. MoWjAHEED's sitting at 40. There's just no money here.
No units, like
No units. Man, he's getting a liberator. Wow.
And look, as soon as he moves his units back up here to deal with it, he's gonna have units busting up into his natural.
There was a beautiful parade coming across the map, and it's wearing the color of teal, and it's wearing it proud because Blazejwa is about to take game number 3 and go up 2-1 in this series.
Yeah,
I'm very impressed with this turnaround. I kind of had written this series off, but Blaze showing, hey man, I still got a little bit of fight left in me. So we're gonna have cute repair on the tank here.
Maybe won't end the game just yet, but I mean 36 supply to 80.
Yeah.
Plus both his factories burning down. The stem's done now.
For who? Blaze?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say MoWjAHEED's stim probably won't do too much for him right now. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, without any SCVs and not mining from your you're done. This game is written off right now.
Yeah. I mean, he's losing a decent amount of supply in tanks right now. It's not the biggest deal, but something. He's getting his upgrades out. Like, he just has a tremendous economy. He doesn't have a third CC, or never mind. Sorry, he does have a third CC in Blazejwa.
He's just floating it down now. It was late, but hey, it was late because of how much damage he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe he could have kept pressing the issue there, but you definitely don't want to give MoWjAHEED an invitation back into this game. So he's just gonna back off. Hey, you have nothing? Okay, I'll take a third.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good scenario to be in.
Like, what's MoWjAHEED gonna do with 2 factories and a starport? Like, he's not making much. I think he lost his barracks too during that, unless he has it. Oh, never mind, he has it floating somewhere. But like, even if he has the money, he doesn't have the production to keep up with Blazejwa.
Yeah,
Blazejwa is just in a dominating position.
Like with 1-1 in combat shields coming in, along with additional production production facilities, I don't see this at all. Yeah, there's just so much for Blazejwa at the moment that he can take a bad fight and still roll over whatever MoWjAHEED's got to offer.
And it's never a good sign when the Marine tank player has more tanks than the mech player.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, we've seen MoWjAHEED in some bad positions before, so maybe he can somehow crawl his way back in.
So MoWjAHEED's flying his barracks over to see what's up. Seeing how low econ this is, that might actually play a factor. Rebuilding that barracks is actually going to be quite pricey. So if any of these factories get sniped, this is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Because there's just money. There's not money here.
Blaze is banking up quite a lot of minerals right now too.
You know what? Like, this is the point in the game where I think you can just throw down like 10 barracks and then just really like cement, hey, I'm in the lead. Because there's no reason to be floating 2K at this point in the game. You can just throw down so many more production facilities and just completely dwarf whatever MoWjAhEed's doing.
Yeah, like he has 5 barracks up right now, and 2 factories. I think 5 barracks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, double expand and throw down a ton more, and that's good. Okay, here we go. Another drop by Blazejwa. He's gonna try to make this work. It's gonna be a pretty tall task, but there's not too much here for MoWjAhEed.
and I mean,
Uh,
all the units that he cleans up for MoWjAhEed, like those units are just irreplaceable.
yeah, like look at the Hellions coming out of the factory. Like, what's Hellions gonna do against tanks like this?
Yeah.
Die. That's what they're gonna do, and then you're gonna GG.
And
There we
game.
go. I'm very impressed with this momentum shift. I think it's now 2-1 for Blaze.